Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh, who was by his wife's side for more than 7 decades, passed away at their Windsor Castle home in April, 2 months shy of his 100th birthday. Nearly 1 year on following the death of Prince Philip and his funeral that was held under pandemic restrictions, the Queen gathered her family for a service of thanksgiving to honor her late husband of 73 years. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge walked into Westminster Abbey hand in hand with their 2 oldest children to join the rest of the royal family at the service to remember and honor the Duke of Edinburgh. The Westminster Abbey service will be attended by some 1,800 guests including senior members of the royal family. The occasion is set to be a celebratory service of thanksgiving, and will reflect on the Duke's incredible life. Prince Philip lived for nearly 100 years and spent more than 7 decades contributing to charity and dedicating himself to his wife the Queen, the nation and the Commonwealth. The Duchess of Cambridge looked poised as she wore an understated polka-dot Alessandra rich gown which she paired with elegant silver droplet earrings, as she was joined by her husband for the event this morning. Prince George and Charlotte melted everyone's hearts with their surprise appearance. They are currently enjoying their Easter holidays, having broken up for the school holidays last Friday. Prince George, 8, who wore a smart navy suit for the occasion, and Princess Charlotte, 6, who wore a navy coat dress with a matching ribbon in her hair. Prince William rested his hand onto his son Prince George's back as he spoke with an attendee of the event earlier today. Meanwhile, Princess Charlotte was described as a natural as the young royal shared a laugh with a member of the clergy. William and Catherine have raised those beautiful children so respectful it's amazing. Other young members of the royal family in attendance are Peter Phillips's 2 daughters Savannah Phillips, 11, and her sister Isla Phillips, 10, were also in attendance, arriving hand in hand with Prince Philip's eldest grandson Peter. Meanwhile, Zara and Mike Tyndall's 8-year-old daughter Mia walked between her parents and clutched onto their hands as she arrived into the service today. The cousins were dressed in dark navy coat dresses with matching navy hairbands for the occasion. The girls were seated next to one another for the service, and could be seen looking around the church as they patiently waited for the event to begin. Sophie, Countess of Wessex, and Prince Edward, Earl of Wessex, are also in attendance with their children Lady Louise and James, Viscount Severn. The Westminster Abbey service marks one of the important outings to date for the younger generation of royals, who enjoyed a close relationship with Prince Philip. The Duke of Edinburgh's other great-grandchildren are Prince Louis, 3, Lena Tyndall, also 3, and her 1-year-old brother Lucas, Princess Eugenie's 1-year-old son August Brooksbank, and Princess Beatrice's daughter Sienna Mapelli Motts, who was born in September last year, are not in attendance. The Queen, Princess Anne and Camilla were all wearing a similar shade of bottle green for the event. The Queen arrived with her son Prince Andrew, who earlier this month paid millions to settle a U.S. sex abuse case out of court. The event marked the first outing for the Duke of York since he settled his sexual assault case. It is also his first public event since attending his father's funeral last April. The Queen used a walking stick as she took her seat in the front row of the packed Abbey, next to Prince Charles and Camilla. The Cambridge family sat in the row behind. The Queen only made the final decision to attend this morning, and special arrangements have been put in place for her comfort. The service has been limited to 40 minutes and the monarch sitting in one of the Canada chairs, but with an additional cushion. While most of the royals' family have been able to support her in person, sadly Prince Harry, Meghan Markle and their 2 children Archie, 2, and Lilibet, 9 months, weren't able to travel to the UK for the event. In the announcement released by his team, the Duke of Sussex revealed he was hopeful he would be able to see the Queen soon. Queen Elizabeth is determined to attend her late husband Prince Philip's memorial service at the Westminster Abbey, despite her increasing mobility issues. At Prince Philip's funeral, the photograph of a lonely queen dressed in black and wearing a face mask became an indelible image of her long reign. Secluded inside St. George's Chapel, the monarch stoically sat a safe distance away from the rest of her family, her 4 children and 8 grandchildren, observing the COVID-19 restrictions in place at the time. The scene drew an outpouring of sympathy for the Queen, reminding the public that the powerful leader was also a grieving widow just like any other. Queen Elizabeth II earlier this year marked an unprecedented milestone of 70 years on the throne. After more than 7 decades on the throne, Queen Elizabeth II is facing one of her biggest tests yet. Queen Elizabeth has had to cancel several engagements due to contracting COVID-19 in February amid other health concerns. She has also recently complained of mobility issues and has been using a walking cane. In the lead-up to the service to commemorate him, some royal reporters suggest a meticulously orchestrated military-style plan will be enacted to get her into Westminster Abbey without photographers getting a picture of her using a wheelchair. However, according to a royal expert, the 95-year-old monarch's presence at the ceremony is highly expected and she is said to be ditching the use of a wheelchair despite her health issues, after it was reported that she was haunted by the thought of being seen in one. The woman who wears the crown is grappling with issues that eventually affect us all: mortality, aging and privacy. And she has a right to decide what she shares of herself with the public.
Thank you for watching. If you liked, feel free to leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon to get new video updates. We will update the latest videos about the royal family every day. Thanks and goodbye.